Rajat Gupta, who spent 9 years at the helm of McKinsey, was considered a trusted advisor to business elite for many years until he was convicted in 2012 of insider trading for providing a tip to Rajaratnam about Goldman Sachs during his time on the bank's board. The case revolved around 16 seconds during the financial crisis when he got off a board call where he learned that Warren Buffett was making a crucial investment in the firm and immediately placed a call to Rajaratnam. Nearly at the same time, he bought Goldman Sachs stock. Gupta served 2 years in prison and ultimately paid more than $30 million in fines and fees. Now, nearly 7 years after his conviction, Gupta has written a book titled Mind Without Fear. Andrew Ross Sorkin spoke with Gupta in New York about his re-emergence into public life, his appeal, and his regret over not testifying in his own defense at trial, a decision he calls, quote, a personal failure.
I should have testified. I mean, to me, it's very simple. You know, when I believe I didn't do anything wrong, I had nothing to hide. I should have just said whatever questions they had, I should have answered.
You referred to yourself as a political prisoner. What did you mean by that?
Well, I felt it was the times, those times where, you know, many people were suffering. They were angry at the financial system. They were angry at... So I was there at the crosshairs. I had done nothing wrong. So I felt that I was there for no reason at all.
The prosecutor's argument really revolved only around 16 seconds.
Yeah.
In so many ways, between when you got off the phone, the Goldman Sachs board call, and the next phone call you placed. Do you remember that day? Do you remember those 16 seconds?
I don't remember the 16 seconds per se, but as I say in the book, you know, that day I had every minute scheduled, okay? But often meetings end early or etc. And my first instinct, and this has been my habit, it's not just that day, is to call my secretary and say, what calls do I have to make? And I called her and I asked her whether Rajaratnam had sent the stuff he was supposed to send. She said, no. I said, get me Raj. And this would be a normal pattern. This 16 seconds was just highlighted. There would be many such 16 seconds in my life.
Let me ask you about a line in the book where you say, perhaps I said more than was strictly appropriate for my role as a board member, but my motives were to support, not betray, the bank.
In those days, I'm sure you remember, everybody was talking about different combinations and mergers and so on. And this was a discussion a month ago in the board meeting where we discussed every possible combination. And then it was reported in the press already. So I wasn't trying to give him any insight or insider information. It was more getting him smart for. And I say that, you know, Goldman is a very smart institution. If this makes sense for them to do a deal opportunistically, they will.
Do you think, though, having listened to that tape, that you crossed the line?
Not really. It was a figure of speech. I said it happened at the board discussion. I should have never said that. The information at that time was neither confidential, nor insider, nor had any market-moving information. So it was like, okay, I made a mistake saying this was at a board discussion. I should have never mentioned the board.